Alright guys, so this is maybe the last time I'll be filming down here before I go back. I got some things at home I need to take care of really bad. I will be back though, mark my words, and it'll be sooner than you think. I just had to come out to Irwin one more time, different section of the city, and show you what's going on. So right now we're standing at the end of the road. There's a church right here. USA Raft is out that way. There's a bridge right here. This bridge is supposed to go over there, but it's now down there. Look at the sheer scale and magnitude. Just flipped it around. And not only that, there's railroad ties. That came from the old Clinchfield sub, the CSX line that runs through here. And then you've got trees, handrails. I don't even know what that's from. It's not from this bridge. Everything's down there. You can see right here, there's much more bridge. This is the other half of the bridge. The side, I guess, that was on this side, and there's more as it goes down and around there. We can't see it from up here, but it blew the bridge into pieces. Literally blew it into pieces. Look at that. The scale of devastation here is just unfathomable, guys, and we're still dealing with it. It hasn't been cleaned up. It won't be cleaned up. Things like this are going to take years to get to. Things like the hollers that no one ever sees, those are going to be forever. We need to find long-term support down here so that way we can get people on the ground constantly delivering fuel to where it needs to be. We don't have the resources for that. We need to find bigger people than us. And we're trying as hard as we can, but we need all the help that we can get right now, guys. I just can't stop the documenting. So there's the church and the bridge we were just at. And this is the road we're heading. The river was all the way up and in through there. You can see these trees stopped a lot of the debris from flowing in because there just wasn't much current over there. It has to break a lot of trees and go through it. But the amount of destruction on this side is unfathomable. Here's a 1970s, late 70s, early 80s Chevy van. Yeah, red X is no good, guys. So that van was definitely put there. As you can tell, there's a lot of debris in the way before we can even get it back up here. And it was brought from way upstream. So that's where the road came in. This is about where the road went. But there's also a road over here now because that's where the road had to go after everything flooded. So it looks like they will be rebuilding the parking lot ahead up here. That's pretty good. There's some stuff going on back there. They're filling in a lot. We'll get into that in a second. Over here, look at that. Just the whole cliff is a landslide. The whole cliff. Both sides of it's a landslide. Everything's a landslide. So I guess they're building a place to dump all this riprap and gravel or something. The guy on the dozer sitting there pushing up on the hill. These trucks are backing in and dump a load and drive off and go get another. I don't know where it's all coming from, but I mean they're doing something. They're building something up there. Okay, it just hit me. That's not just regular riprap and rock. That's actually ballast, like railroad ballast for train tracks. Because the Clinchfield sub is just on the other side of that. So they're taking everything and they're loading it in the trucks there, and they're going downstream, and as they're or upstream, I guess, from here, and as they're heading up into the hills, that's where they need to fix all the track. I don't know how many miles, but I've heard everything from 60 to over 400 miles of track has been removed from the earth. It's still there, but it's not where it should be. Here's the old parking lot layered up against the tree. Take a moment to pause at that. Look at that. Just peeled it off and laid it up there. I mean, there's more of it down here, strewn all about. Yeah, just tore it and threw it right there. Just not a care in the world. So now we're gonna enter into the forested area. That's where the river was flowing. They've kind of flattened it out a little bit, but you can still see all the river rot. This is where the road should have went. So I guess we're trying to put it back here now, but it's surrounded on all sides by everything. So we are heading up toward the tracks now. I'm gonna show you guys what this train bridge looks like. It's still in. It took a beating, and I think they have to do some structural work to it, but it's still there. Others upstream were not so fortunate. They were blown to bits, just like that bridge I showed you there a few minutes ago. So these vehicles here are mostly people that live out at the raft camp that is cut off from the world. That is the closest you can get to their location. After this you go underneath the bridge, and it's about a half a mile down the road and you get to the camp, but it's only four-wheeler accessible. The river did not get this high, but it got almost this high. And seeing as it's just downstream from the rafting camp, I bet this is all of their buildings that they're missing, all of the stuff that floated away. I bet that's everything, not everything, but that's a lot of stuff. I mean, there's a refrigerator back there. See that? See it right there? Refrigerator. When I say it's everything, it's literally everything. It's boards and pieces of roof and stairs and siding, and it's every building. It got caught in this little eddy right here as the river raged by. Now earlier I said that the water didn't get up top here, but it came really close. I mean, that's the water line. It was chewing away this. It was putting all that stuff there. It's not that far off the top. We're talking 5 feet down off the top of this. And had it crested here, everything would have changed. Everything would have been significantly worse, because there's a lot of roads that build on the height of the railroad, and if the railroad is below where the flood is, most of the roads in the area are too, because the roads are easily replaced and the railroads are not. So they always try to put those in areas that are not going to get, flooded like this. So we're gonna walk down the Clinchfield sub here. We're gonna go check out what's going on that bridge. Right off the bat, you can see the bridge is askew. It does not sit level anymore. In fact, it looks like either the foundation or the bridge or both may have dropped right there at the end. As for the middle, it looks structurally straight, but without tools you can only assess what the eyeball can see. But I know for a fact that rail gauge there is not correct. Now it could be because it's missing some ballast, but I mean, it's a pretty big joint. They're gonna have to do some work on this. And this is an intact bridge. This isn't a bridge that the whole land and everything it connects to on both sides has been washed away. That's all got to get redesigned. So, looking down, the rails look pretty straight. Maybe a little left and right there in the middle. But overall, the rails look okay. The bridge looks sound. It's not cluttered with debris. They have been driving small vehicles across it, like trucks and other sorts of high rail vehicles, so it is strong enough for that, but I would not trust it with a train at this point. Here's what it looks like from this side. That doesn't look too bad. There's a little bit of dirt and stuff slid down. Up around the turn there, it's not paved anymore. It's only paved under the bridge here. And then it goes back to dirt and gravel, things like that. This is the issue. The road just kind of ends. See? And way back there we got all kinds of line workers, and just they're rebuilding a country. I mean, we're not going camping, guys. We are rebuilding an entire country. Down here we got dirt roads. We go into paved roads. That's all she got. Like, the earth is gone beyond that. Alright folks, so yeah, as you saw, CSX is still taking stuff out of here. No trains on these bridges, but they're running big heavy trucks across them so they can hold something. But yeah, it's constant. It's 24/7, day and night. Every time I've been down here, I've seen these things moving across the bridge like they've been doing. So they're trying, but 8 months seems like a stretch to me. I don't know, this is going to be years, guys. It's going to be years. So right now we're walking down towards the river here. This used to be a road. This is just it's just rubble and dirt and rocks, and as you can tell, there's no pavement until you get up to about the red truck there. That S10 is about the end of the pavement. Some bridge ties. Cut a bunch of trees up already to gain access to this. There's a little bit of pavement underneath this, but most of this down here is just rock and debris. Here's where it gets real fun. You can't take cars and trailers through here. That's it. Washed out up there. Gets real narrow. It's like ATV only. Yeah. So there's from down here, you get a little bit better perspective. The water's really deep right here. And it gets super narrow up there, almost nothing. And then you've got this huge bank, and that's a dump truck. That's a full-size dump truck up there. So that's how deep the water was. That's how deep the water was. Everybody sees black sand and they instantly think, oh, there's gold in them waters. Well, this black sand is most likely poisonous carcinogens that want to try to kill you right now, or oil, or some, you know, just all the dirt and nastiness. And you can see where I've walked here, it's sandy, but the black, I mean, there's like a black layer over everything. So it's starting to flush out. We need more rain and we'll get everything to flush out. But look at that. There's that refrigerator I pointed out from up top earlier. Really puts in perspective how deep the water was here, huh? That was relative to the high water line compared to where we are today. So I'm walking out of USA Raft here, and we've got trees falling across the road here. And they're rebuilding the camp down there, but being as it's private property, I'm respecting all of that, and I'm not going to film any of it. But yeah, the Nolichucky River is right over there, and you can see they've had to cut a lot of other trees out along through here. But as soon as we get around that bend down there, I'm going to show you why exactly this road is closed off. See how that fell from up in there. This is a new pole here. They're gonna run new poles out through there and all the way out. They've actually got a machine that's down there in their little complex putting new poles up. It's pretty cool. So they're actually trying to do some things out here, and I heard earlier that the local fire department was asking if they could make a fire truck fit under the bridge out here. We promptly told them no, unless their fire truck's a dirt bike or a four-wheeler, they're probably not going to make it over this way. So we've got to, wow, look at that. But yeah, we've got to keep going and do what we can here. But yeah, I'll show you the road up here. This is a typical road, and it's pretty bad. See down there, they've got one of those machines strung up, pulling the lines tight. We're almost out there, but yeah, we're gonna walk up around this turn, and that's where you're gonna end up seeing all the devastation. Here it's just minor landslides, obviously. So this is what I'm talking about here. Look at that. Look at that. That's crazy there, huh? It's not very wide at all. We got another one up here. Yeah, I mean, that's over half the road gone. Context. So guys, it's crazy, and this road still exists. It didn't wash it completely away. The one on the other side, along with the railroad, is gone, and I mean like gone. Okay, there's nothing over there. So back there we saw the linemen up there. They were stringing those wires up and trying to get the power back out here. I believe in the next week we're probably going to see some paving equipment, because it's already like staged up in the gravel area that we walked past earlier to get out here. But that equipment's going to have to be used to repave this road. There's no way any single person could ever fund this. I mean, it's too big of a project to be millions of dollars. Same thing with the man that we were up on the mountain yesterday cutting out his house. He's like a 84 or something like that year old man, stage 4 cancer. He has to walk to his house, which is every bit of a mile up what is maybe one of the steepest road driveways that I've ever experienced in my life. And he has to walk that, and he does it in Crocs and sweatpants for all you people out there that can't do it because you don't have the right gear. Anyway, yeah, this guy, he's a beast, but he needs our help because, and I'll insert some pictures here. His land is quite royally destroyed, if you know what I mean. It's pretty bad. Everything fell into a valley, and his driveway is in the valley going up the side of a mountain, and we just have to cut through a million trees to get there. They said 400 trees between the place and down there. I think where I was standing yesterday, I could see 400 trees on the road, and I couldn't even see around the first turn into the creek. So these people need help. We're here to help, but we need help. We can only do so much. I mean, we're just some good old boys from West Virginia. We're not, you know, we're not rich. We're not funded by huge corporations. We don't have any of that stuff. We're Appalachian Hope Disaster Relief. We are on boots on the ground doing what we can to provide for all of these people down here. But unfortunately, we're only so many people. It's going to take a lot more people to get all these people back up to first world conditions. Because right now, they're not camping. They're actually surviving, okay? I don't want to buy a guy a generator because he wants to run his welder on it out in the garage and he hasn't run power to it yet. I want to get the guy a generator because, well, he doesn't have a garage or a house, and the only thing he has is a tent and a space heater, and if that's going to keep him warm this winter and keep him alive, then I'm going to do that for him. But stay tuned. We've got some things coming. We may be working on getting these people into houses. Big things. Campers, trailers. Get some cars for them even. Get some company cars so we can go around and not beat the wheels off of our own vehicle. Hey, Ford, Chevy, Dodge, anybody out there that wants to give us a company vehicle, right now's the time to do it. We are down here and we could use any funding and resources that we could take at this point. We need it, okay? So with much love and all of the respect for everybody down here. I absolutely love this place. It's a shame that it is in this state, but these people are also incredibly resilient, and they're coming back from it like champs. I mean, got CSX out there rolling across the bridge, making it happen. The people are in town. They're rebuilding houses, churches, cleaning up the streets. They're doing all the things that they can do. But for right now, just keep doing what you do. We need help. Give us all the help you can. Spread our word, if nothing else. Spread the word. Share all of our posts, all of our videos, because they're still valid. We're only 3 weeks out. This is going to be a years-long project if the government gets involved. If they don't get involved, it may never recover to any sort of a first world status. They'll be running generators and stuff for the next 5 years out here. So we need help, guys. Take care. This is the cheaper guy, Nick Smith, and I'll see you soon.